All right, so today I'm going to go over how I made a little over 50 points today, about $1,000. This was the trade, um, and I'm going to go over pretty much how I caught this. So coming into my pre-market plan today, I was right here. I had sort of a short bias today. I think it was a short bias, because we had a lot of low volume nodes I'd like to see filled. We had single prints lower. Um, And we also had yesterday's high, which was this blue line, which was value area high. And so there is statistics behind this that I'm going to pull this up. If I come into this Discord here, see 71% of the time that the market is above the high, we come down to touch the high. So you could use that statistics to your advantage to catch shorts. Um, I did not catch any shorts today. I considered it, and I think they were a very good setup if you took it. The only reason or the only issue with that was that we had a poor overnight high or unfinished auction. Sorry, we had this unfinished auction right here at the 24s, and so that's why I was kind of hesitant to take these shorts. But market opens up and we get almost 400 delta, negative 400 delta. We get a bunch of sell side imbalances, and the POC is on the bottom half. So if you took shorts here, that was a very good play. Um, this would have been a good play. You probably would have been stopped out right here though if you took this 513. This would have been a good play. So I didn't take any shorts because I was just too hesitant of um, this UFA up here. But let me just go ahead and mark out yesterday's highs right here. Okay, so you wouldn't have taken this. You probably would have taken the dump here and then just held it down to yesterday's high, which is right there. So it would have been good for about 30 points or so. And then my long, I believe, was right around here at 951. I'm fairly certain if I pull up this. Yeah, so it was at 951. I took this long right here because we had 350 delta. We had buy side imbalances. The only bad thing about this was the POC was kind of on the lower half. It would have been better if the POC was on the upper half, if you know the continuation model. But we had these stacked imbalances down here, which could kind of signify absorption. So I went ahead and just went long, targeted the 24s, cut it a little bit early, I think right around here at the 18s. But yeah, so that was my setup. And I also wanted to go over, some people were struggling. They took inversions and they ended up getting stopped out. So it's kind of hard to see on the footprint here where the inversions are, but I believe they were, oops, I believe it was, so this one around 940, I think, and then maybe this one. But if you come to the footprint here, these legs up, so say this move right here, you could kind of argue the delta was good. There's only one buy side imbalance. The POC was way at the bottom of the candle. Then you get this move. This move's pretty good. The POC is up top. Lots of buy side imbalances, but the delta is only at a 41 because we have a lot of sell side imbalances, and so you don't really want to see a lot of sell side imbalances. Also, to me, this is kind of reads as a neutral candle, so I didn't take this long. But I think if you don't have the order flow, if you're just going off of like an ICT, IFVG, then sure you would have taken this and you would have swiftly taken your stop out. So yeah, it just wasn't a good play. Plus, finally, this play down here, we had previous day VPOC down here. Go to mark that out. So we were delivering from the previous day's VPOC right here, as you can see on this red line. We get this move. We get the sell side imbalances down here. So this kind of hints at absorption right here, these stacked sell side imbalances. So we can kind of see some absorption. And then we get this delta flip from the 351s to the 258s. And then we close through yesterday's high, and there is the value area high down here. We get this closure through it with 14% delta, and then we get the buy side imbalances. So this was a very good entry in my mind. The only issue is the POC. It would have been nice if the POC was up here. You want to see the POC at the top, but so like, yeah, this would have been a good entry here too if you wanted to take that. It's kind of hard to say, it's up to the trader if you want to take this or not. But I like this better because we had more confirmation. And if you wanted even more confirmation, you could have waited for like this candle or this candle. You would have only gotten like 20 points, but you would have had a lot of confirmation on this trade. So that was the trade I took today. It played out very nicely, and I think we ended up taking the single prints from the dump on Friday. We had single prints up here, but so it played out very nicely. It was a very good trade. So yeah.